Good morning, you guys. It is I, Becca Lori Hector, here with Growing Gratitude. Growing Gratitude is my my Sunday morning stream where I kind of discuss the things in my week and what has happened and the way that I found gratitude in my week. And I'm hoping that by doing this on a weekly basis with you guys and kind of publicly and aloud, it will grow the gratitude in my life. And then I hope that by joining me, you guys will start to grow the gratitude in your life. So that is Growing Gratitude. And that is why we're here so early on a Sunday morning, because it really forces me to have to think about it. I'm not a morning person, and we set this time, and it makes me really stick to what I decided I wanted to do. So that's that. Good morning, Bernard. So that is why we are here. Today we are gonna chit chat, I guess, about my week. It's been a rough week for me. I have not had an easy one. So I'm gonna do a little story time, and then we'll talk about it. So it's more of a story time gratitude, I guess. So as you guys know, we've sort of been on this kind of a food truck adventure, and my life has been kind of morning Ross, morning Karen, has been kind of bumpy and stuff as we're getting this new food truck thing off the ground. So as you remember, not so long ago, maybe a few months ago, Antonio had the incident with his face and the grinder and the teeth and the whole thing, and that was terrible. Morning, Bill. Morning, Morgan. And that was terrible. But we were not done. No. So this week we were kind of grooving in, right? I was doing my Monday, Tuesday thing, doing my live stream with you guys, a whole flock of birds just flew right past the window. And, just doing the thing. And on Tuesday, I was working on some more stuff and blah, blah, blah. And then Wednesdays, Antonio goes to the commissary kitchen in the morning to do all the prep work for everything for the food truck. So he leaves Wednesday morning to go do that. I'm like, I'm going to work on a few more things. I had wanted, we'll talk about the Redbubble store that is up now. I was working on that. I was working on a couple of other things, just wanting to put some more opportunities out there and to use the platforms that I'm using in a more correct way, whatever, right? So that's what I'm busy doing on Wednesday morning, taking care of the dogs, doing that, texting with Antonio along the way, he messages where he's at. So I know what to do with the dogs and what we're going to be doing for the rest of the day and all that. So he stays in touch. Fine. So he's leaving the kitchen, the commissary kitchen. He's stopping at the food truck, which is on the way back home, and he's going to drop off all the stuff, and then he's going to head home. Right? Okay. I know about how much time that takes and all that. And sometimes, he's a little bit of a chit-chatter guy, and we run into chit-chatty people here in town. So sometimes that takes a little bit longer. So I was sitting there and just going, it's been a little bit too long. I hope everything's okay. And you start to be aware. All right, and I kind of checked in, and he didn't read my message or see it or anything. So I was like, okay, well, maybe he's driving, right? Morning, CV. Thank you, Joe. We're going to talk about the cozy towel. And what else? All right, so I'm just not hearing from him. So I go about finishing and everything. And then the dog starts to bark. So I hear that he's home and all of that stuff. And he walks into the house, and he's really calmly speaking, and he's saying hello to the dogs, and he's just talking in this tone of voice. And then he sits back, and you need to get up, just like in this tone of voice. We need to get up. We need to go to the hospital or the urgent care or something like that. Just like that. What? My whole brain, I don't know if it was because I'm used to when people tell me it's an emergency, they use a particular tone of voice. And I don't know if it was that he was so calm, but also saying not calm words at the same time. And I was like, oh my God. And I don't know, it was the briefest and fastest panic attack I've ever had in my life. I mean, all of a sudden, I felt all the blood leave my head. I started to sweat. I couldn't really see. I was all dizzy and weird. And I thought I was going to throw up. It was just so strange. It's the first time I've ever had that kind of weird reaction to an emergency situation, but I just had to get up and go to the bathroom. And I just got up, I threw up, sat on the floor with my head between my knees for a little bit. It passed and all of that. And then I went to go find out what happened. So apparently, and this happens, we've seen these gross videos on the internet before. So there's a cage on the back of the truck where we keep the tanks, the propane tanks. So Antonio had climbed up there to kind of look at the roof. We had a bunch of snow. He wanted to make sure it was clear. And on his way down, instead of holding on with his right hand, he held on with his left hand, and his wedding ring got caught on the top of the cage, and he jumped down, and his ring, right, the whole deal. So it ripped off the skin on the back of his finger a little bit, and of course broke his finger. Yay! So right then and there, my week just kind of tanked. I have to tell you, I am still not recovered from it. Fortunately, it was, yes, it's just a broken finger. Yes, Joe, exactly. I have no other word for it. That was exactly how I was feeling. Fuck. What the fuck? Fortunately, so we'll do the gratitudes out of it, right? Fortunately, we found the ring. Fortunately, he didn't need that many stitches in his finger. Fortunately, it was a nice clean break right here in the middle, right there before this top joint right there. And so fortunately, it didn't hurt as much as this, and it wasn't as traumatic as this thing. But still, a break. So we get, I said, we're not even going to urgent care. I'm going right to the hospital. It's nonsense. We drove all the way down to the hospital, did the whole hospital gig. They sewed it all shut. They looked at the finger. Yes, it's broken. Here's the really fun part that we got to find out. Antonio is now going to need surgery on his finger because when it broke, he also tore some ligaments in his finger and some tendons along the way. So now after, we're going to have to go see an orthopedic surgeon now. It's going to be so much fun on Wednesday so that he can have that all sewn up, which means that at least for this week, no food truck, right? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, no food truck, can't cook, one hand. And then next week, he's going to attempt to cook with one hand. But then, of course, he's going to need the surgery, which is going to put him out again. So while I have immense gratitude that it was this little tiny thing, that he didn't lose his whole finger, right? That it's just a little surgery and it's just the finger and it's just his left hand. And it's like, there are so many things about it to be grateful for. And yet at the same time, it was like a punch in the head because both of us are really feeling like we just can't win. Like we just can't climb out of this hole. Right. And that's exactly how we're feeling. And we start to pick up momentum. And then something like this happens. And we have to stop all over again. So I don't know how long we're going to be out of the food truck. I'm hopeful he'll be able to cook with it, but I don't really know. And as of right now, I'm already picking up so much more around the house because there's lots of things one cannot do with one hand. And so it's been an exhausting last few days. Yeah. And I'm just feeling a little bit defeated today, not quite as grateful as I'd like to be, because I just feel like, I can't climb out of this money hole, man. And I see people do GoFundMes and all that stuff. And I've honestly been thinking about doing a GoFundMe for our medical bills. I don't know. I mean, we haven't even paid off this thing. And now I've got this thing, or rather this thing. And I don't know, you guys, it's just really, these are the days when it's hard to like put on my big girl panties and be grateful for everything. I'm grateful for lots of things right now. I'm just feeling really defeated and really low about all of it. So needless to say, through it all, I did finish my shirt stuff. And so the Redbubble store is up, you guys. Feel free to make use of it as you will. I also made some adjustments to my Ko-Fi page, meaning that I added commissions on the Ko-Fi page so that now if you go support me on the Ko-Fi, you can also choose a few pay options as a way to also be getting something in return for your support. And that's what the commissions page is for. So go check that out. Go check out my Redbubble, you guys. At this point, I could use every $10 that I could get. I mean, it's really is bad. It's bad. So that's that. But I am eternally grateful that Antonio is the way he is and responds in emergencies the way he does and the way that I do, and that he's here, he's alive, he's still okay. It's just a broken finger. It'll pass, you know? And so that's how we're trying to push through it. So that's the big major story time for gratitude this week. But now let's go into the little happy, fun, little sad story times. And that's what I'm going to do. So let's talk about my comfy top, because on Tuesday, before any of this happened, I ordered my comfy top and it arrived on Tuesday, and I've been waiting to share it with you guys. It was like $20. Okay. That's all, nothing expensive and fancy. But while we were on the food truck and working, I had a couple of customers come up and they were wearing this really comfortable, like blanket shirt top thing. And they were like, no, I'm warm, I'm cozy, the whole deal. And I was like, all right, I have to get one. Obviously, this needs to be in my life. And so I did. So I'm going to stand up and I'm going to give you the whole thing in its full glory and ugliness, because it is an atrocity of comfort. Okay. Check it out. It has a pouch in it so I can carry my phone in my cozy. It has sleeves that have little things so that it doesn't get in my way. But it's essentially, I mean, it goes all the way down to my knees. That's how long it is. It's essentially a giant blanket in the shape of a hoodie. Okay. It's got the Sherpa squishy on the inside. It's got the soft stuff on the outside. Okay. Oh my God, I'm in love with it. Can we discuss? It is the most atrocious, unfashionable object I own. And I own a lot of unfashionable things. But I have to tell you, efficient. Yes, Bernard, it's efficient. It is cozy. I can go out in this thing and sit with the dogs and I'm not cold, and I can like snuggle my whole self into it and I'm all warm. And it goes on real fast and it keeps me warm all over the house. And it's so cozy, you guys. It's like a giant hug. It's like walking around in a hug, and I love it so much. So I'm wearing it this morning for you guys, because it might just be my biggest gratitude for this week is this cozy hoodie. I have used it so much since Tuesday. I can't even tell you. And I love it so much. So it's the thing that kept me grounded this week, was this crazy looking fun hoodie thing, because every time I was feeling like and just defeated about everything, I was like, put on the cozy hug and a thing. It's called a huggle. I mean, could it be? It is a huggle. It's a hug and a snuggle. It's the whole thing. And so it was from Walmart, not any place fancy, you guys. Walmart, $20. You can get it as seen on TV. Saw it on these two ladies, and I said, I need one. I just need one in my life. And I do, and I love it. And I don't know that I'm ever taking it off anytime soon. And so I wore it today because I thought this is a really interesting gratitude to have. I mean, it's something I bought for myself that I wanted, but you guys, it does exactly what I wanted it to do, right? You know, when you order things and they disappoint, not disappointed, like double 5 stars on my crazy cozy hoodie thing, right? And I love it so much. And so it really helps me through this week. We talk about how we do all of these things like proprioception. We do things like walking. We do stuff for our sensory selves, like sunglasses and headphones. But this is something else that I do for myself besides having Walter Lamb, making sure I'm warm and cozy and comfortable, regardless of what I think I look like, right? And that's something that I do for me all the time. And I want you guys to understand that a little simple $20 hoodie throw blanket thing changed my week. It got me through my week. And so what I want you guys to understand is that something this small, this little tiny gift to yourself can be so incredibly helpful and incredibly therapeutic, really. So I love it. So to you, Huggle, my lovely gray Huggle from Walmart, you are my giant gratitude for this week. I love this thing so much. I can't even tell you. I wear it. I'm going to wear it all over my house and all over the place. I mean, these girls, they fell so in love with theirs. They wore it out of the house into the food truck, man. I can see it now. I understand. I don't want to take it off either. So this is my deal. This is my gratitude for this week in the middle of this really low, really button pushing, spoon stealing, the whole deal kind of week. Oh, right? I can find some kind of comfort somewhere. Right? And that's the goal. That's the balance. So it's delicious. And wait, let me show you the hood. Look at this. It has a hood. Look at the hood. I mean, it genuinely makes me so happy. Look at this thing. And it comes out so far, so it keeps the sun away from my face too and everything. I mean, look at this. So it's just so cozy, you guys. Seriously. So if I had the money, if I could give away gifts all the time, the way that a lot of these people do on their YouTube channels, there are floating furs everywhere. Do you see them, you guys? If I had it, I would send you each right now. I would do giveaways of these things if I could right now. So the people who make Huggle, the people who make my thing, my new favorite thing, Huggle, if you want to reach out to me, I am more than happy to talk about your Huggle all over my YouTube channel. If you will send me some to give away to other people, they're amazing. I think everyone should have one in their life. I don't know. Anyway, it brings me so much joy. This is so ridiculous. It's such a ridiculous thing to bring me joy, and yet so much joy. So much. It's so cozy. So that is my good gratitude for the week. That this was my surprise gratitude of the week. I can't believe how in love I am with this thing. I have to go get a haircut today, which is my gratitude coming up next. And I don't know if I want to take it off to go there. I want to wear it there. That's how I'm feeling about this thing. We're very close. It needs a name. I'm going to have to give it a name because I need to know where it is at all times. That's how much I love it. But I'm going to stop talking about my hoodie now because it's a ridiculous thing. But I just wanted to share with you guys how something so simple and cheap and ugly can be so essential to our mental health. It's ridiculous, but it did. It got me through this week. So yay, Huggle. But let's talk about that haircut, you guys. So as you can see, I still have some blue left. It's washing out a little bit. I haven't put any color conditioner in it in a couple of weeks because I'm going for the haircut. And I think the green in my hair made me a little bit happier than the blue. So I'm going to try and go back to green today if I can. Get a little trim, do that kind of thing. Antonio's going to cut all his hair off because he can't stand it anymore. You know, when you get there, you guys, and you're just like, I'm going to shave it. Well, that's where he is. So he's going to get his haircut. I'm going to get my hair trimmed and colored. And hopefully when I see you on Tuesday, I will be back to green. If I have to stay blue, I'll stay blue, but we'll see. But I want my gratitude for this morning, right now, to go out to my lovely, lovely hair cutter, my lovely hairstylist, my salon queen, Miss May. My Miss May is the best. She met me when I moved up here and I was tired of driving down the mountain to go get a haircut. And I said, I'm going to take a chance on this little tiny hair place up here in my town in Bailey because I really don't want to have to drive so far just to get a haircut all the time. So I went to Miss May. She was just the lady who answered the phone. She happened to be the stylist who answered the phone when I called, happened to have some free time when I wanted it. And I made my appointment with her because, you know, I didn't know anybody there. So what's the chance? Well, the universe has its way. It certainly does. And Miss May was meant to be my hairstylist. And that's why she answered the phone that day. So up here, we have a lot of people. We have some older hairstylists, things like that. We have a lot of people who are conservative and folks that just don't do the tattoo hair color thing up here. But my Miss May does. And so I was really excited to, when I got there, find that it was somebody who had similar style to me, somebody who had tattoos, somebody whose hair was a wonky color, and she had a crazy little haircut going on, all kind of an alt look to her. And I was like, thank God, because how do you explain what you want to someone who doesn't share your style or get your references, right? And Miss May got it right away. Miss May is as attention to detail as I am. I mean, she must measure the fronts of my hair over here like 7 times before she lets me leave. And I love her for it. I love all of those things. I love the pride she takes in her work. I love the pride she takes in her family and in herself. I love her attention to detail. I love her ability to have fun with me and yet also be quiet with me. Here's the amazing thing. A lot of hairstylists like to talk the whole time, right? And I'm not a talker. But my May isn't either. May isn't a talker. She does the talk thing. She masks when she has to, and she has someone in her chair, but she's not a talker. And we both like to be quiet during my haircuts. And we talk at this volume during my haircuts. And she doesn't care if I read or if I watch my phone or if I listen to music, right? She doesn't care. And she knows that I like to come during quiet times. And she knows that I'm autistic. And none of that stuff has made her stop in her tracks. All of it has been like a hug from her. And so I genuinely look forward to going and getting my haircut with her because I vibe with her. And so even though I hate everything else about a haircut and all the sitting and all the noise and the smells and the lights and all of that stuff, May makes it easier. And I haven't had a hairstylist that makes it easier for me in a really, really long time. And I think she's just an amazing human being. I love the way she cares for her kids and talks about her kids and loves her husband and just all these other things about her. And she knows how to fish. She's an amazing fisher lady. She shows me all her fishing pictures and all of that stuff. And she's just a great person to know. Like, outside of her being my hairstylist, I would still want to be friends with her. Like, I genuinely like her. And so yay for May. And I get to go see her today, spend some time with her. And here's the other fun thing about her. She gets me, right? Like, we vibe on the same sense of humor. So when I wanted my haircut appointment, I texted and I text things like, hey, May, I want to get a haircut in the next couple of weeks. When do you have free? These are the days that I'd like to do it. Whatever works for you, right? I'm like an easy client. And so she messages back, well, this is what I got, blah, 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 blah. And then because we both have doofy Great Danes, I send her Great Dane pictures and she sends them back to me, Great Dane pictures. And we laugh a little. And that's what it is to make a haircut appointment for me with May. So in my cozy hoodie, which I may or may not take to my haircut, I say, thank you, May. My gratitude goes out to you for making my haircuts easier, for making it so I don't have to drive down the hill, for being you and not apologizing for it, for being an amazing mom, hairstylist, human being, and all of those things. I'm looking forward to seeing you today, and I'm looking forward to going back to green. I've missed my green. So I will see you guys on Tuesday. Hopefully I will have moved out of this a little bit, and I won't be quite wearing this the whole time, all the time, and I'll save it for its appropriate moments. But until then, you guys, have a great Sunday. Really take some time, even if you've had a really crappy week like I have, take some time to find things to be grateful for. They're there, even in a shitty week, they are still there. So look for them, and then look for me. I'm out and around on the interweb. You can comment on this video wherever you see it. You can interview me. You can email me directly at info@beccalaurie.com. You can head to my website, beccalaurie.com, where you can sign up for my free newsletter. You can check out the gear that I have in the Redbubble store now. That link is up on the website. My Ko-Fi link is up on the website, so you can check out the commissions. You can read all about the course, which starts on February 17th. Again, I only have a few slots left. If you want to register, please register soon, because in the last couple of days, right before it opens, there's usually a push for people to register in those last few days. So don't let that be you, because I can only teach so many of you at a time. I only have that capacity. So please make sure that you go ahead and register if you want to take the course. For the rest of you SDLers who've already taken the course, I have some stuff in the works for us. Besides the t-shirts, which you know I was working on for quite some time, so we could have some supportive gear. I'm working on some other stuff. I want to do some follow-up seminars for us so that you guys don't feel like the learning is gone, right? That there's not still stuff you could be doing, and that there aren't things we could still talk about. So I'll be working on some little seminars for us, I think, for those of you who have already completed the Self-Defined Living course. And those of you that are here that are going to take it, I am so looking forward to this journey with you guys. I can't wait. And I can't wait to throw you into the closed group with these folks so that you guys can meet each other and our family can grow. Hooray. Okay. That's it for me. I am going to go and make myself some well-deserved coffee, perhaps have some breakfast, but I am not taking off my hoodie today, or at least not anytime soon. And then I'm going to go get my hair cut. And while I'm busy doing all of that, I hope you guys will take some time to think about your gratitudes, to create some joy and share some joy, because it's Sunday. So do you. I'll see you guys on Tuesday for the next Being Becca Live. Think we might just wander into the pool of toxic people for a Tuesday's live stream. Yes, I will pass all of your well wishes on to Antonio. Thank you guys for being here and just being a home base for me on a regular basis. I really appreciate it. Our check-ins twice a week keep me grounded, and I appreciate that you're here for me. And so I hope to be here for you. All right, you guys, have a great rest of your weekend. I'll see you on Tuesday for Being Becca Live. Thumbs up, I appreciate them. Shares, I appreciate them. And of course, your views. Have a good one, you guys. I'll see you on Tuesday. Bye.